Hello everyone. Now I'm going to explain you about nomenclature of organic compounds, means how to give names to the organic compounds. Iupac names of organic compounds consists of three parts. They are number 1 word root, number 2 prefix, and number 3 suffix. Now coming to word root. This word root indicates number of carbon atoms present in the molecule. For example, if a compound has one carbon, then word root is meth. For two carbons, eth. For three carbons, prop. For four carbons, but. For five carbons, pent. For six carbons, hex. Like that, so on. Here, examples are there. See, in first example, how many number of carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3. Total 3 carbon atoms are there. For 3 carbons, what is the word root? Prop. Prop is the word root. So, the name is propane. Next, second example. In second example, total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon atoms are there. For 6 carbon atoms, the word root is hex. So, the name is hexane. Okay, this is word root. Word root indicates number of carbon atoms present in the molecule. Next, coming to prefix. Prefix indicates substituents present in the molecule. Generally, prefix has 4 parts. First one is primary prefix. This primary prefix tells about cyclic compounds. Cyclic compound means closed chain compounds. Closed chain compounds. For closed chain compounds, the prefix is cyclo. Here, two examples are there. See, this is closed chain compound. So, this is cyclic compound. So, we have to give prefix cyclo. And how many carbon atoms are there in this? 1, 2, 3, 4. For 4 carbons, what is the word root? But. So, butane. Totally name is cyclobutane. Here cyclo is the prefix. Next, this is also a cyclic compound. In this 5 carbon atoms are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atoms and cyclic compound. So the name is cyclopentane. This is about primary prefix. This primary prefix tells about cyclic compounds. If there is no cyclic compound, and primary prefix is absent. Okay. Next, secondary prefix. Secondary prefix. This secondary prefix indicates substituents or second grade functional groups. Substituents or second grade functional groups like halogens, alkyl and alkoxy groups. For halogens, prefix is halo. For example, for chlorine, chloro is the prefix. For bromine, bromo is the prefix. For alkyl groups, alkyl is the prefix. 1 carbon alkyl is methyl and 2 carbons alkyl is ethyl. Next, alkoxy. 1 carbon alkoxy group is methoxy. Okay, this is about secondary prefix. Primary prefix tells about cyclic compounds and secondary prefix tells about substituents or second grade functional groups. Second grade functional groups are not main functional groups. Okay, next, coming to numerical prefix. Numerical prefix indicates repeated substituents or multiple bonds and repeated functional groups. For example, any substituent or multiple bonds repeated 2 times, then the prefix is di. If repeated 3 times, then prefix is tri. and repeated 4 times, then prefix is tetra, like that, so on. This is about numerical prefix. Numerical prefix tells about repeated functional groups or multiple bonds. Okay. Next, number prefix. Number prefix tells about position of substituents or multiple bonds or functional groups. Number prefix tells about position of substituents or position of multiple bonds or position of functional group. Okay. Now 4 parts of prefix is over. How many prefixes are there? 4. So 4 parts of prefixes are over. Then what is the order of prefix? First, I have to give number prefix, and then numerical prefix, next secondary prefix, and finally primary prefix. Now see this example. Here one organic molecule is there. In this, 2 substituents are there. These 2 are second grade functional groups or substituents. Okay. Now give numbering 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. What is the name of this compound? 2 chlorine atoms are on second and third carbon. So 2, 3 dichlorobutane is the name. Here see 2, 3. What is this 2, 3? 2, 3 is nothing but position of substituents. Position of substituents means nothing but number prefix. So number prefix. First we have to write number prefix. After number prefix, numerical prefix. Where is the numerical prefix here? Di. Di is the numerical prefix. Means here chlorine is repeated 2 times. So di is the numerical prefix here. Next, here substituent, second grade functional group, secondary prefix. Chloro is the secondary prefix. Next, word root is but, and finally the name is 2, 3 dichlorobutane. Here 2, 3 is number prefix. Next, di is numerical prefix. Chloro is secondary prefix, and but is word root, and ane is suffix. Here primary prefix is missing. Why? This is not cyclic compound. Primary prefix tells about only cyclic compounds. So here primary prefix is missed. Next, another compound is there. This is cyclic compound. So compulsory in this primary prefix, we should write primary prefix. What is the name of this compound? Here substituent carbon, we should give number 1 to substituent carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total 6 carbon atoms are there. What is the name? 1-methoxy. This is alkoxy group. 1-methoxy. This is cyclic compound. So cyclohexane. Here 1 is position of substituent means number prefix. Next, methoxy. Methoxy is secondary prefix. 1 is number prefix. Methoxy is secondary prefix. Cyclo is primary prefix, and hex is word root, and this is suffix is ane. This is the name of this compound, 1-methoxy cyclohexane. In this, numerical prefix is missed. Why? Here substituents are not repeated. That's why. This is 1-methoxy cyclohexane, and this is about prefix. Next, coming to suffix. Suffix tells about main functional group. This suffix also has several parts. Number 1, primary suffix. Primary suffix tells about saturation of the compound. Saturated and do you know about saturated and unsaturated carbons, hydrocarbons? Saturation means single bonds. Unsaturation means multiple bonds. For saturated single bonded compounds, the suffix is "ane." For saturated single bonded compounds, suffix is "ane." And for unsaturated double bonded carbon atoms, suffix is "ene." And for unsaturated triple bonded compounds, suffix is "ine." Means for alkanes, "ane" is the suffix. For alkenes, "ene" is the suffix. For alkynes, "ine" is the suffix. This is about primary suffix. Primary suffix tells about saturation of the compound. Okay, next, secondary suffix. Secondary suffix tells about functional group with particular term. For example, for hydrocarbons, "A" is the suffix. For alcohols, "ol" is the suffix. For aldehydes, "al" is the suffix. For ketones, "on" is the suffix. For carboxylic acids, "oic acid" is the suffix. Okay. Note. Here one note is there. This note is about E. Here, while writing the names of the derivatives of hydrocarbons, the last letter E is dropped when the suffix starts with a vowel, and E should be maintained if suffix starts with consonant. To clarify about this note, here two examples are there. One, see here. Here first example, 1 2 3 4 4 carbon atoms are there and hydroxy group is there. Alcohol functional group is there. Here the name of this compound is butane 1-ol. Actually this hydrocarbon name is butane, and on first carbon alcohol functional group is there, so the suffix is ol, butane 1-ol. But here E is dropped. Why? Because here suffix is started with vowel. What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U are vowels. So the suffix is started with O, vowel. So we should drop E and we should write butane 1-ol. Next, coming to second example. In the second example, same number of carbon atoms are there. Two alcoholic functional groups are there on adjacent carbon atoms. Here the name is butane 1,2 diol. But here we should not drop out the E. We should maintain E here. Why? Because here suffix is started with consonant, not ol, diol. Here D is consonant, so suffix is started with consonant, so we should maintain E here. So the name is butane 1,2 diol. Simply here suffix started with vowel, so we should cut E. Here suffix started with consonant, so we should maintain E. This is the difference. Okay. Next, order of Iupac name. To give Iupac name, first we should write prefix, next word root, next suffix. Example. Here one example is there. What is the prefix? Prefix tells about substituents. How many substituents are there here? One substituent, that is bromine on second carbon atom. So functional group carbon number 1, this is second position and this is third position. Okay. So, and bromine is on second carbon, so 2-bromo. This 2-bromo is the prefix. Next, prop is word root. Okay, propan. Prop is word root. And proper. Oic acid. Oic acid is suffix. So first prefix, next middle word root, next suffix. Always Iupac name starts with prefix, next word root, ends with suffix. Here note, this note is about always in Iupac